Hi, Peter Charles here of Hooked Fly Fly Fishing, and today we're going to tie a nymph called Blue Quill. It's quite an interesting little pattern in that it's a relatively bright color, and that's sort of unusual for nymphs. So this should be an interesting pattern to use. So let's get started and look at the materials. Though the pattern didn't call for it, I've always liked the 200R for nymphs because of the curve, so we're going to use that in a size 16 today. Our thread is Viva's 10-aught black. Our tail is pheasant. Our body is amber, which is sort of unusual for a nymph color. Our wing case is black goose quill. And we're going to be using ginger hen for the hackle. So let's get going. Bring your thread to the back. Now, bring it around the curve and put a bump of thread in here. And then after you've made the bump, bring your thread behind it. Now you bring your pheasant tail tip to the barb. This is not a long tail. And see what happens is that bump causes the tail to kick up, which is going to make it stand out and be more noticeable. When you bring your thread back, don't squish it too much over the bump, because then it will defeat the purpose. Okay, now for the dubbing. Now this is going to be a light dubbing over black thread, and that's what the pattern calls for. That's going to darken this up when it gets wet. And you have some options here too. If you lay it on thin and put lots of wraps on, you're going to end up producing a darker body. If you put your dubbing on thickly and put less wraps, you'll end up with a lighter colored body. So I'm going with the more wraps, darker body. A little bit more. Now for the wing case. Now these have not been lacquered, these quills have not been lacquered, so they will split, but that's not going to be too much of a problem. Now the thorax is going to be a little bit thicker than the abdomen, so we're going to put on a little bit more. Don't crowd the eye because we've got a hackle to put on and the wing case. Okay, there's my hackle. I'm just going to cut in a tying in point. Bring your thread back, sweep those legs back, and a couple of wraps in there nice and tight. Now you notice I did not crowd the eye. I left myself enough room so that I can get that wing case bound down, finished off, and I don't have to worry about a problem with the wing case interfering with the eye of the hook. Okay, whip finish. Okay, there's our Blue Quill nymph. Interesting looking pattern. I think it should do quite well. I like that kind of amber look to it. I think it's going to look quite good in the water. So if your local rivers have blue quill hatches, give this one a try. Cheers.